I think in order to explain disciple-driven church, I have to address location because, especially in the West, in America, church is identified by its building. Most church websites you go to, you see a picture of their building. They all love their facilities. They spend an inordinate amount of money on their facilities. There are an estimated 3 million church buildings in the United States, and there's only an estimated 300,000 churches. That tells you how much we like to build buildings and let them go vacant whenever the church doesn't survive. So for us, we really want to get away from any building ownership. So the church is a disciple-driven church is not incorporated. So it really cannot, the church itself cannot own property. It is an organism, not a corporation or organizational entity. It is loosely structured, spiritually gift-led movement of God that we're trying to facilitate through our spiritual gifts and our obedience to his word. So locational is something that people need to understand. And how we do things is we empower apostolically gifted leaders to go into new areas and to make disciples. So when they go to make disciples, they just start to gather those disciples wherever they can, whether it's in their home or it's in a park or it's wherever becomes available to them. We don't designate a specific facility. Now, the difference is this: most churches approach ministry in the following way. You start wherever you can. Sometimes they'll rent a high school facility or a rented facility, but the goal is to get a building. And once they get a building, then the goal is to build the church. And the community becomes this vehicle by which, if they are doing ministry well, they're going to grow their church. For us, we plant a disciple multiplier in a community with the goal of ministering to the community. So instead of putting their money and efforts into building facilities and maintaining facilities, they're going to put that money and effort into helping the poor and the needy and breaking down the strongholds and addressing the issues of Satan's attack on the community. And the difference is huge, but it also makes it something that people, especially in America, have to adjust to, because we're so used to being building centered in our ministry approach of having, the stadium seating and the coffee bar and the lobby and the air conditioning and all of the different things that come with that, the big stage and the light show. And we don't do any of that. We basically rely on the Holy Spirit showing up and working through the disciples in order for the worship gathering to be meaningful as an expression of our gratitude and worship of God, and a place for us to build each other up and equip each other for the works of ministry. So you can do that anywhere. You don't have to place the majority of your resources into a facility that has to be maintained. So by not incorporating, we've basically avoided the potential for disciple-driven church to own facilities. And therefore, the location will be wherever we're planting an apostolic leader and wherever we're supporting that.